everyone, this is Lupe from Bruno Planning. Thanks for joining me here today. If you are new to my channel, I plan in the Erin Condren daily binder pages that I converted to discs. I will be doing more Plan With Me videos of my daily and weekly, which I finally received this week, so feel free to subscribe to my channel for more. So I've done a couple of Plan With Me's already that feature the weekdays. So today, instead of focusing on one of those weekdays, I wanted to do a Plan With Me of the upcoming weekend. And hopefully I can keep this a bit short because I feel like some of my other videos are a little bit too long, so we'll see. Okay, so this weekend is actually my husband's birthday on Saturday, and I already had put a little stamp of a birthday cake there as a reminder, but not really a reminder. I'm not gonna forget, of course, right? So that's already there, and then I wanted to show you that I do use this ink pad that's kind of big, and you've seen me maybe struggle with it a little bit in my other videos, but I actually bought the tiny version of it, which actually is proving a little bit easier to handle, especially when I'm doing these videos. So this is the same, it's just kind of that tiny version. I've had a hard time finding some of this ink actually. So if you're looking for the ink that I'm using, I had to actually find the little ones on eBay. The price was pretty much the same as what I would expect from another store. So, you know, right now I'm not going to, oops, let me actually write his name here. But right now I'm not going into stores to buy ink. I'm just ordering online. So if you're doing the same, I would check eBay first. And then this is just a little balloon, which I think is so cute. And since it is his birthday, I'm going to go ahead and just write celebrate on the top. I usually like to do that in the weekends just to reflect on either what's been happening during the week or whatever's going to happen in the weekend. I'll just write one word, kind of like in script. And the way that I do it is probably going to take too long to show you in real time, so I will probably fast forward. But I did want to say that I usually write it in pencil first, just so I know and I don't mess up with the actual marker. So you'll see how I kind of do that. But I'm going to warn you, it's not perfect. I'm still trying to learn how to letter better. I have kind of a lot of stuff going on right now, so I haven't been able to practice, but I will show you what that looks like here. Okay, so there we are. Like I said, it's not perfect. I actually forgot what letter I was supposed to do here. I was gonna start doing an E instead of an R. I usually have a million things in my mind and I'm just thinking about all of them at once, and I was just forgetting what I was doing there for a second. So I definitely need to practice more, but I like doing this as practice as well, especially if I don't get to it during the week. And like, you know, anybody says in terms of lettering and handwriting, it's always just practice, practice. I haven't even been practicing my handwriting either. I was doing that every single day, and then I stopped just because I got a little bit busier. And I've noticed my handwriting just kind of decrease in quality. So I'm definitely having to start doing that again. You know, it really just takes a lot of practice and a lot of patience. And you know, it's hard to have that time every single day to do it, but you know, if you really want to get better at handwriting or lettering, that's what I recommend, is just practice and take your time. So on his birthday, we'll make some breakfast. We don't usually make breakfast often, so this is kind of nice. Okay. And the way that I like to do the weekend is, this is kind of a special case actually, because on Saturdays and Sundays we usually have just things to do, and I try to think about splitting them up and doing some on Saturday, some on Sunday. But since this is his birthday, then I have kind of specific things I want to do on Saturday. But most of the time I really like this layout of just to-dos instead of the hourly, just because for me the hourly is not necessary during the weekend. Sometimes tasks will not get done in one day and will be done the next day, so that's fine. I really don't want to plan them in a specific hour of a specific weekend day. This works just fine for me. Okay. So here, since, you know, there isn't a ton that we have planned, but just in general, what we are going to be kind of doing is just mostly relaxing. We can't really go anywhere. So staying home and really staying outside, which is always great. So relax. And like I said, just hang out outside. Maybe look at our herbs, see how they're doing. We're growing some basil and some parsley and some mint, so a lot of herbs to kind of look at and take care of, and just kind of sit and enjoy the nice weather this weekend. So that'll be really kind of the majority of the day, and it really depends on what time we wake up as well, which is another reason why I like just the to-dos instead of the hourly with the the weekend, because I don't know what time we're gonna wake up on the weekend. We can wake up really early just because that's what it ends up being, or we can wake up at 10 o'clock and, you know, then everything definitely has to change in terms of what we do. So, you know, on the weekdays, I really do have a set schedule. My husband has a set schedule because he's working every day. I'm a teacher, so I don't have to wake up at a certain time here during the summer, but I do wake up at a kind of normal-ish time during the weekdays, but not the weekend, of course. So I love this little stamp. Let's see. So then later on, we will definitely bake a cake. Okay, and I hope you guys can see that. I don't know if my camera is at the right angle. I'll move it if it's not, but hopefully you guys can see as I'm writing, because last time, or 2 times ago, I think my hand was kind of in the way. All right, so that's kind of it for Saturday in terms of things that are somewhat planned. There will be things that we do that are not going to be planned, but just kind of the basic schedule is there. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do the menu for the 2 days down here, and then kind of fill this up with a couple of things, and then I will be back to kind of explain what I've done. Okay, so I did kind of mess up the movie night a little bit, if you noticed, but I think it was okay and it came out okay there. I like to write the name of the movie that we watch and then rate it, which I think is so nice. And I'll show you how I've done that before. So here is an example of that. And I just write the title of the movie and then I rate it. And this was the Star Wars Episode 4, so that obviously got 5 out of 5. So then what I did also was I just wrote down the meals for the 2 days. And then usually I have a water tracker in my dailies, and I haven't been putting it on the weekends, which I know has been a huge mistake. So here, so usually I have this little water bottle and I just mark off when I have filled each. And I haven't been doing it on the weekends, and I realized that I don't drink enough water on the weekends. Weekdays are fine, but just the weekends are not. So I definitely need to start doing that, and this is my first weekend doing that, so hopefully that works out. And then here I've been journaling kind of a lot every day, so I want to give myself a good amount of space for those 2 days, and that's how I'll utilize this space a lot. And I just realized that I probably could have done 3 of those lines, but you know, I'm not always great at stamping in perfectly straight way, so I didn't want to risk doing 3, so I just did 2, and that actually came out better than I thought it would. And Sunday I have a little bit more here to do, but not a ton. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that I like to color code some of my to-dos, especially on the weekdays. So we wash pillows, so anything that has to do with like chores from the house, I usually use this teal color, and I am using the Tul pens. They are the Fine. And I actually changed the colors of my to-dos recently. I don't know if you've noticed on Instagram, I've been using black a lot more because I used to use pink for my stuff, but since school is done, I've been using pink here, or I'm sorry, black instead. So then we need to kind of start talking about office space and how to reorganize, which is going to be so much fun, just to get everything kind of the way that we want it to look. Okay, so I'm going to use this little one again, and it really does help when I'm doing just like these small icons, just because it's not the big one that I have to hold with, you know, my entire hand. I could just use my fingers for that. So I need to actually, my wedding ring is from K, and usually you have to get it inspected, the diamonds, every 6 months. But since we've been with the stay-at-home policy, the stores have been closed, obviously, and I don't know what the policy is right now for the diamond inspection. So I kind of have to look that up and see if when they're going to open up and when we need to get that done, just because you need to get it done every 6 months for it to stay active. So that's definitely something I need to look up, at least the beginning of next week. So the next couple of things are real short, so I like to plan the next week. And if you have not seen I think my most recent video, I talked about it, but what I've done, and I don't think I have it with me right now, do I? No, I don't. So I have my weeklies that came this week, and they were the actual correct ones, because when I first ordered on the, sorry, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. When I ordered on the Erin Condren Insider Day for the new life planners, I actually ordered on the day that they came out, and when I received my order, they were the incorrect inserts. They gave me the flower power, so I had to contact them and ask them to give me the correct one, which was the layers colorful vertical. And oops, I did not put, do you see that? I didn't put any ink on that first part. Okay, I don't know why that happened. So I had to wait quite a bit of time, because actually they ran out of inserts for the binders, and the binders were out of stock for a while, so I had to wait as well, even though I had ordered before. But I finally got them last week, I think, or this week. I think last week. And so now I have them, but they don't start until July. So I've been actually just creating my own weekly sheet. So I take an Erin Condren notebook page that's the same size as this, and then I just write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, that has been really helpful in me trying to get myself organized for now until July. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I thought this is the way it looked, but I guess it just doesn't look very good. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't put any ink on the edge of that stamp. This does not usually happen, like, at all. Okay, I think that's about right. So let's do the last one here for Sunday. And if you notice, this one is a little bit too big, I think, for this, so I'm just gonna use the other one, but I think this will be the last stamp, so that's completely fine. So this one actually takes up 2 to-dos, and I'll show you. I actually didn't white out the other ones, but I will here in a second. So what I like to do, if I'm not using the to-do bubbles, I'll just go ahead and white them out. And this really is a really good whiteout. I know you can kind of see it because we're on the outside light, but in most lights you can't see that whiteout. And in pictures you can, which is nice too. So I'm just gonna do that there. And then I might leave that there just so it's not a lot, and I'll do it here as well. So if you have seen some of my recent layouts from the recent days, you will probably notice that I am working on designing some stickers, which I'm really, really excited about, and I can't wait to share them. I'm a little nervous about sharing them, honestly, but I am really excited because it's been really great to draw again and to design. So can't wait for that to happen, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But it does take a lot of time, guys, to draw and to get them the correct way, especially when I'm doing them and I'm spelling stickers wrong. See, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Is that a problem, guys? Okay. All right. All right, I had to shut up for a second there. Okay, so stickers, and it takes me a long time, so hopefully I can get them out soon, but I am really trying to make sure they're perfect. And something that I would buy, because as you notice, I don't use a lot of stickers for my icons, and actually that's what I'm going to be working on that weekend. I've done a lot, but icons is my next kind of project for that. So since I don't use a lot of them, I want to make sure that what I do create is something that I would use. And so they have to kind of be a certain way, and they have to be perfect, because I know that I'm going to be using them and I'm also going to be selling them. So they just have to look pretty good, I think. So in the recent days, I've been kind of feeling like some of the layouts look a little bit plain with not a lot of color, especially when I'm using more of a black pen now that I'm, doing a kind of different color coding system. The only thing really that gets color coded, honestly, is the cleaning schedule, which is nice for me because that's really something that I like to differentiate between everything else. So what I've been doing recently, and I'll show you today's layout, I've been kind of coloring in the stamps a little bit just to add a tiny bit of pop of color there. So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'll use these to kind of color it in and make it a little bit more colorful versus just kind of like this black and white, which is great, and I really like it, and I've used it before just like this, but since it's the weekend, I just want to make it a little bit more colorful. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so you see how it changes it a little bit, just like a tiny bit. It's not all black and white. It's not a ton of color, but it is just kind of a little tiny hint of that little pops of color, make it a little bit nicer to look at least here. I actually just forgot that I didn't do the balloon, and I'm trying to think real quick of what color I want that. It takes me a long time to figure out these things, guys. I don't know why, it just does. And so I'm just gonna go with this teal color just because I'm enjoying this color so much in June. Okay, there we go. So that's kind of what it looks like with just the stamps in my writing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some washi, because I was remembering that there was an Erin Condren washi that has like not sparkles but sprinkles, which I think is so cool for the birthday cake one, right? So let's go ahead and do that. If you haven't seen this book before, this is where I keep all of my Erin Condren stickers, and I'm going to kind of flip through it a little bit off camera because I feel like I'm going to hit my camera. So give me 1 second. This is what I was talking about with the sprinkles. This one in, not this August, but this August where she had the donuts. They're so cute. These sprinkles is what I was looking for. So I'm so glad. Look how pretty that is. The foil. Okay. So let's use this. I think I'm going to use this on the top. And then it's going to look so pretty. I just want to line it up with that. Oh, it looks so festive. I love it. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. That's a lot better than I was imagining it. I hate that that is there, so, I know it wouldn't bother people, but I don't know why it bothers me. I'm trying to find my white out, guys. I'm going to white out that little piece here really quickly. The problem sometimes with these Erin Condren stickers is that they're not really super removable. So that's one thing that I really want to make sure is good with my stickers that I end up creating, because I always mess up where I want things and I can never get things straight. This was actually a miracle here that that's straight. But I really want to make sure that my stickers are at least somewhat removable. So if you mess it up, you know, you can put it somewhere else. I would hate, you know, we spend money on these and I would hate to have to waste them just because I just didn't place it correctly one time. Okay, so that looks really great. I think I want to do another washi so that I can differentiate between the 2 days. I don't normally do that, but just because, you know, it's a special weekend with my husband's birthday, so I just want to make sure that Saturday is a little bit differentiated from Sunday, and I'm literally just flipping through this right now. I'm trying to find like this blue one. Okay, I found it, I think. There. And by the way, these are from the monthlies. So this is actually from June, but you just saw me use one from August, and I do that because I love the washi and I just use it in different months. And it looks like I already started kind of using this one, but I feel like this one kind of matches the sprinkle one a little bit nicer. So what I'm gonna do is just do that. I'm gonna flip this over and try to get this straight right in the middle of the 2 days. All right, is that straight, guys? Yeah, I think so. Wow, okay. Sometimes I impress. Oh, I didn't bring my scissors up. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should put it all the way in between, or should I do it like that? Okay, so I didn't want to have to show you how I'm trying to cut it straight for like half an hour. It wasn't half an hour, it was probably just like 2 minutes, but too long for a video just to cut a straight line with the sticker, okay? Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult than other times, but I think that looks pretty good. I'm really enjoying the sparkle of the sprinkles, and then of course the Erin Condren washi tape there as well. So for the most part, like I said, the weekends are really just overlap sometimes, but since this is a special weekend, a lot of this stuff is not going to be overlapping, right? All of this will definitely stay here, and then this is a little bit more free and open to do kind of whatever we want. But I think overall that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it back into my live planner so you can see. All right, so did I mention it's Thursday today? I'm actually doing this plan with me a little bit earlier than I would normally, just to get a little bit of a head start on a couple of things. And since that's just the weekend, I already kind of had an idea of what to plan there, but that looks really good. I think I really am enjoying doing the kind of coloring in of those stamps just for now. It gives it kind of that nice little pop of color. So that looks good. I hope you found some inspiration here. And I wanted to mention that I do have a giveaway coming up next week. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel for that. And I hope you all are safe and well. And thanks so much for watching.